That's crazy. I didn't know that, I didn't know that she fired a gun first, bro. Like, nah, you don't fire first, because if you fire in the air, you really ain't afraid for your life. No, you fire at them and then go get you a lawyer. See, can you get off? YouTube gang, what's happening, man? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video, man. I go by Don, man. This is King Don Reacts 2, man. And we gonna get into this content right here, bro. We gonna get into Young Thug baby mama, man. They say she got killed over a bowling ball, but me and the YouTube street seem to think that it was more than that. And with the whole YSL trial going on, I just felt like I wanted to basically dig into this, man. I want to see what's really going on. You know what I mean? Like straight up and down. So we gonna hop right into it, though.
Police looking for the man who shot and killed a 31-year-old woman during an argument over a bowling ball.
You know, often police talk about conflict resolution. That did not happen here at Metro Fun Center last night. Instead, a young woman lost her life to gun violence.
This is truly an atrocity. Journalist George Cheedy and Fox 5 contributor believes the shooting and killing of 31-year-old Yfn Jackson is just the start to more violence. The mother shares a son with popular rapper Young Thug.
She was down with it. She was in that door with him. She was the main reason why all this started.
What should have been a fun and exciting birthday party turned into a murder investigation after an argument between two strangers suddenly turned deadly. But it's what the argument was over that is the most shocking and senseless thing of all. Yfn Jackson was a 31-year-old woman in the prime of her life. Much like many other people her age, she was happy with the life she had. Yfn had friends, family, and all of the creature comforts that anyone could ever ask for. She was just an ordinary woman. But on the other hand, there was something pretty unique about Yfn too. Yfn had also had a child with the famous rapper Young Thug. As such, she had that connection to someone who was relatively rich and well-known, and could afford a few of the finer things in life. It certainly made raising her child that little bit more comfortable. There can be no doubt that Yfn loved her son, but it's also very true that money can buy you happiness, despite what some people may say. The people in her life were...
That's a fact. I believe that. You know what I mean? I believe having money can erase at least 95% of your problem. You know what I'm saying? Like, you hear a lot of people saying money can't buy you happiness, money ain't everything, but don't be the people who ain't got no money. You dig what I'm saying? Like, I believe money can make you very happy, man. Especially if you use it the right way. Yeah, okay.
Extremely important to her, especially her friends. With one of Yfn's friends' birthdays coming up, a small group of the friends decided that they wanted to go out and celebrate the occasion. They chose to keep things relatively low-key yet fun, and selected a local bowling alley as the place that they would go. There they could bowl, talk, drink, catch up, and generally have a good time. But it was on the night of March 17th, 2022, what should have been a fun evening at the Metro Fun Center, a popular bowling alley in Atlanta, turned into a nightmare. Once at the bowling alley, Yfn and the friends got down to the business of having fun in celebration of a birthday. Things were all going smoothly until Yfn realized that she needed a slightly smaller bowling ball, and so she walked over to another lane to select one that was better for her. Once there, she picked up a ball to see if it was better. However, a man and woman came across, shouting at her that it was his ball and that she needed to put it down.
Atlanta police say at some point.
Now, I ain't gonna cap, now, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I've been trying to wrap my mind around this, bro, like, because, you know, I like to go bowling, you know what I mean? I like to... You know what I'm saying? Bowling is one of the fun things that I like to do. Nah, this is the thing. I don't think nobody should lose their life over no bowling ball. But check this. Hear me out, though. Let's just say you are bowling, right? And then, you know, it got the machine and the ball come up out of it. Now, this is what I want to know. Did she go and try to get a ball from there? Or did she go, like, to the sides where all the other bowling balls was and try to get a ball? You know what I'm saying? That's the big question, bro. You feel what I'm saying? Nah, because if she tried to get a bowling ball out of where the machine spit them out at, then that might have been whoever's bowling ball. You feel what I'm saying? That might have been worth arguing over, but I don't think it was worth dying over. I really don't think an argument should have happened. It just would be like, hey, that's my bowling ball, but hey, you can go over there and get you one of them over there, though. You know what I mean? I don't know. That's why I think it's deeper than a bowling ball, though.
Into an argument with someone over a bowling ball.
Yfn argued back, though, telling the man that the bowling balls were for everyone to use. The argument became quite heated over something so simple, possibly because it was getting late, and both people had consumed a few alcoholic drinks before the altercation. That
liquor will make you trip now, especially if they drinking white liquor. You know what I'm saying? That white liquor make you want to fight. So it don't even matter if it could have been a bowling ball. It could have been a bowling pin. It could have been like, bro, you knocked down a pin in our lane. You know what I'm saying? When you going off that liquor, you feel what I'm saying? But nobody still should have lost their life, though. You feel?
As tensions rose, the argument between Lakevia's group and another party became increasingly heated. Witnesses later described the scene as chaotic, with harsh words exchanged.
A weaker than expected jobs report.
A sign that a recession is imminent.
Bidenomics is working.
And tempers flaring. Eventually, though, the man stormed off, and Lakevia went back with the ball and finished off her game before saying her goodbyes to everyone and gathering her things to go home. It had been a genuinely fun evening, and despite the pointless argument with the man, Lakevia had enjoyed catching up with her friends, relaxing, and celebrating her friend's birthday. But what Lakevia didn't know was that the altercation over the bowling ball was not over yet, and that things were soon going to take a deadly turn. As far as Lakevia was concerned, the altercation about the bowling ball was done and dusted, and she had pretty much put it to the back of her mind. But as she walked out into the parking lot, things flared back up in the most horrific of fashions. It was there on that cold March evening that the situation reached a deadly climax.
January, February, March, April. I'm trying to figure out, do it be cold in March? Maybe. Cause them folks said it was a cold March evening, bro. And you know, I'm watching this video and I can just like see it. I can feel it. A cold March evening. And you got a cold-blooded killer. You feel me? That's kind of dope, bro. You know, not her getting killed. That's not dope. I'm saying that like the way they narrate and telling the story, bro. Like that's fire.
A person, reportedly involved in the earlier dispute, started walking towards Lakevia with a cold look in their eye. While they did not say a single word, it was clear that they were still angry about what had happened inside the bowling alley. But rather than trying to talk things through and reach a peaceful solution, the person reached back and pulled out a gun that had been concealed in the back of their pants. Lakevia had no time to react as the person raised the weapon, took aim, and fired multiple shots. It all happened in a terrifying split second. Lakevia was struck and collapsed to the ground, blood gushing from her many wounds. Before she passed away, she reached for her phone and dialed a number. Her mother answered cheerily, hoping to hear about her daughter's fun night out. But what she actually heard were her daughter's final words.
I couldn't understand what she was saying, and then all I heard was she's not breathing.
Oh
and then
God.
I said, who? And she said, Lakevia, and I lost it.
Oh my
Emergency
God.
services were called to the scene, but it was too late. Lakevia Jackson was pronounced dead at the scene, leaving her family and friends devastated. The senselessness of the crime was shocking. A young mother lost her life over something as inconsequential as a bowling ball, dying on a day that she was supposed to celebrating her friend's birth. But there were some very big and serious questions that needed answering. Firstly, why had the argument gotten so serious? And what had driven the shooter to actually kill Lakevia? And then who was the actual person that pulled the trigger? They fled the scene as soon as they shot her, and were at large. Something...
Y'all enlighten me in the comments. Like, why when people do a crime, right? Like something like a shooting or something. Like, why they run? Like, what? Like, what you gonna get out of that other than more charges and just... It's just stupid. Like, why run? Unless you running from the folks in the parking lot because you think they gonna kill me if I stay here. You know what I'm saying? But every time like I react to one of these videos, every time I'm watching the news or watching First 48 or something, somebody kill somebody, broad daylight, no mask, you feel what I'm saying? And then they run. Bro, don't you know we see you, we saw you do what you did, bro. Cameras are everywhere, bro. Not only are people pulling out their phone, but you got cameras, a bowling alley, bro, you got cameras everywhere. And you might as well just get in your car, go park somewhere, call the police like, look, I just killed somebody, bro. Y'all come pick me up. Straight up.
Which left the police extremely concerned. If the person could snap and kill over something as silly as a bowling ball, then the chances are that they may do it again. One of the most harrowing things about the situation was that Lakevia's death meant that her son would grow up without a mother during one of the most important and formative moments of his life.
Lakevia Jackson has a teen son with rapper Young Thug. We're told by the grandmother the son is with the father tonight.
Law enforcement quickly launched an investigation into Lakevia's murder. Luckily, the incident was caught on security cameras, and the authorities were able to delve into that to try to identify the suspect.
Atlanta police hope surveillance video will find the person who shot and killed a 31-year-old mother at a bowling alley.
The security footage wasn't perfect quality, and the footage had to be analyzed to help the authorities identify the person who shot the gun. It was something that would take time.
Right now, investigators are combing through surveillance video. APD Commander Ralph Woelfel says several witnesses are also cooperating.
All the while, police carried on pleading for the person to give themselves up.
I just feel like if anybody knew that they were out there waiting on them for 20 minutes, something could have been done.
And Atlanta police say they did detain one person but have not named them as a suspect at this point. If you know anything in this case, come forward. You can remain anonymous.
We will find the person that's responsible. You know who you are. Go ahead and turn yourself in. We assure you that we will bring you into custody.
As for the suspected gunman, APD not releasing that information, but again, they say they are confident this investigation will not drag on.
But there was one additional twist that no one saw coming. Police started to theorize that the shooting may have been gang-related. There were several prominent gangs in the Atlanta area, and there was often bad blood between them, with meetings often ending in violence and bloodshed. So had Lakivia become involved in some kind of gang?
I'm really concerned that this is going to be a catalyst for even larger acts of reprisal.
Journalist George Cheedy and Fox 5 contributor believes the shooting and killing of 31-year-old Lakivia Jackson is just the start to more violence. The mother shares a son with popular rapper Young Thug. Atlanta police say the shooting was a result of some sort of argument over a bowling ball at the Metro Fun Center on Metropolitan Parkway.
But while Lakivia might not have been part of any gang, Young Thug, the father of her baby, was known to be involved in that world. This led authorities to wonder if this was a way of punishing the rapper and getting to him without physically getting him.
Cheedy believes Jackson was used as a target, and this all stems from a long-running war with rival gangs Yfn and Ysn.
I think somebody...
Ysn? Who is that? Ysn. See, that's why the internet solve more crimes than the police and the news, because they don't be knowing what they talking about. They ain't hip to nothing nobody got. Who is Ysn, bro? Yfn and Ysn. And to be honest with you, Yfn is not even a gang, bro. Like, they don't even look deep into it. They just go by, I guess they look on Facebook or something. I don't know. But if y'all can enlighten me in the comments, who is Ysn, bro? Now, I heard of YSL, but Ysn? Come on, bro.
Going after Young Thug any way they could get to him.
Atlanta police would not comment on if gang retaliation played a part in the shooting, but say they are continuing their investigation.
Look, I love rap music, and I'm not here to beat up on the music. I'm here to say that the music cannot be allowed to be an excuse for violence.
Cheedy says that's
But see, that's like a double-edged sword. It's like, I like what they rap about, but I don't want them to live what they rap about. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I like the fact that Young Thug rapped about shooting up Lucci's mom's house, but I didn't really want him to shoot up Lucci's mom's house. You know what I mean? Like, bro, if you don't want the violence with the rap, then, gang, you need to pick you another genre of music to like and love, gang. Because that's just what come with it, especially when you got most of the rappers nowadays, bro, they were in the streets before rap. Like, they really are rapping things that they've done or seen, bro, or maybe still doing. You feel me? Like, I say it all the time. I like for my rappers to basically be done did what they say they gonna do in they raps, bro. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? So even if somebody get hurt or somebody lose their life, look, you gotta take it. You gotta take it for how it is. You gotta take it with what it is, bro. You dig? Yeah, but I mean, I dig what he's saying though. Like, dang, gang, I know you rap about killing people, though. You don't really gotta kill people though, dang, gang. But believe it or not, if they actually kill somebody and they rapping about killing somebody, then it makes it that much more entertaining and like, I don't know, maybe something wrong with me, but like, when I find out that King Von was really King Von in the streets, it made me like Von a lot more. Maybe I got a problem, I don't know.
Numbers rise, it's going to take a collaborative effort with police, city leaders, and the community.
Future said it ain't no Ricos alive gonna stop these bodies from dropping.
Finally, though, The analysis from the security footage came back, and police were able to identify their primary suspect. But when they saw the person who actually murdered Lacavia, they were shocked and angered, yet somewhat unsurprised. The individual was a person who was known to have a history of violence and had been arrested many times before. But while they were known to police, the truth was that they had no idea where they were. The person moved around from place to place, avoiding the police like the plague, all while continuing with their criminal behavior. And while violence was one thing, to actually kill someone was on an entirely different level of violence, and the police needed to stop them once and for all. After several days of hunting, one arrest was made, though police didn't say much about them. It was clear that they had been part of the argument with Lacavia, and police suspected he might have been the one to have pulled the trigger and killed her. The person, a man later named as Joshua Fleetwood, was arrested and taken into custody for their part in the altercation that led up to the murder.
This too was a relentless investigation in which we worked through the night and into the next day and trial.
LLC next to your business name, say hello to Taylor Brand. You just go to their site.
Trying to gather all the facts and circumstances regarding the investigation, and we are happy today to announce that our elite fugitive team was able to pick up Mr. Joshua Fleetwood.
But that was not the end of the story, and there were still plenty more twists to come.
Developing tonight, a convicted felon with 16 previous arrests sits in jail right now, accused of shooting and killing a mother outside of an Atlanta bowling alley.
As the case moved through the courts, Lacavia's family and friends struggled to come to terms with their loss. The case garnered significant media attention, not just because of its senselessness, but because it highlighted the growing issue of gun violence in America. The idea that a disagreement over something so minor could lead to murder was hard for many to comprehend.
They got in an argument over a bowling ball. They were on adjacent lanes in which the time they were bowling, and that argument escalated. At no point was there any weapons inside of the location. At no point did anyone come there with the intentions of hurting anyone or firing upon anyone. This was not a drive-by.
Then, of course, there was the fact that Lacavia was the mother of rapper Young Thug's baby. This was another thing that shone a lot of light on the case. But one day, the police had a breakthrough in the case.
Developing now, a second person under arrest after a mother was shot and killed outside an Atlanta bowling alley.
That's right, and Lacavia Jackson's family told me this afternoon that they had no idea that a second person had been arrested in her death until 11 Alive broke the news to them. They say that, now they feel like justice is finally being served.
After a manhunt that lasted several days, the suspect, an individual known to have a history of violence, was arrested and charged with murder. The suspect, later identified as Imani Spears, was charged with felony murder, aggravated assault, and possession of a firearm during the
But she looked like a killer. Don't she, gang? It looked like she done been through a lot. Like, life has not been good to her, bro. Like, no cap.
Of a felony.
Within a matter of days, Atlanta police arrested Joshua Fleetwood. But it was only just yesterday that a second suspect, Imani Spears, was taken into custody.
She had a criminal record that included previous charges for violence, which only added to the horror of this senseless killing.
We can't sleep. All we see is that same scene of my sister laying there, breathless. They laughed. She laughed. They laughed at us when they drove off in the car still shooting. They laughed while my sister was on that ground.
She was not only a felon, but also a fugitive known to be associated with gangs in the Atlanta area.
She was down with it. She was in and out the door with him. She was the main reason why all this started.
I knew that it was more than one person involved. So I just wanted justice. Any way they can get it.
Both Imani Spears and Joshua Fleetwood ended up facing charges of murder, but it was the sheer amount of crimes that Joshua had previously committed that shocked everyone.
Joshua Fleetwood waived his first appearance today, but it wouldn't be the first time he went before a judge. When I asked the Records Department for the court documents related to his previous arrests, they told me there were too many documents to send by email.
Yeah.
Atlanta police say he's gone through the court system 16 times before this arrest.
The pieces of the puzzle started to fall into place. Joshua and Imani had been an item, and out on a date at the Metro Fun Center at the same time as Lakivia and her friends. Lakivia and Imani had ended up getting...
That don't look like the same girl to me. Like, they keep showing, like they showing two different girls. What y'all think?
...a fight over the bowling ball, but rather than forgetting about it and moving on as Lakivia did, Imani and Joshua plotted their revenge, waiting in the parking lot and then shooting her when she was leaving the building around 20 minutes later. People started asking questions as to why such violent people as Imani and Joshua were even allowed to be out of prison and free, considering their multitude of crimes and convictions. If the police had them both in custody, then Lakivia would still be alive today. But when the case finally went to trial, there came the most shocking twist of all, one that left Lakivia's family reeling. You see, despite facing charges of murder, both Joshua Fleetwood and Imani Spears walked free from court, with the case being dismissed.
Whoa!
According to court documents, the charges against Spears and Fleetwood were dismissed in November by Fulton County Superior Court Judge Kimberly E. Esmond Adams after they filed a motion claiming immunity, stating they were legally justified in the shooting. Adams ruled in their favor, based on witness testimony, photographic evidence, and video evidence showing Jackson was the first person to fire a weapon. Jackson reportedly fired into the air first, and then fired at the defendants who were running towards their vehicle.
Listen, gang, when you pull that thing, bro, you better not fire in the air because you don't know who you dealing with. Real killers ain't scared of no shots, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, you firing in the air at real killers. Nah, they justifiable. Nah, they justified to kill you, bro. That's crazy. I didn't know that, nah. I didn't know that she fired a gun first, bro. Like, nah, you don't fire first because if you fire in the air, you really ain't afraid for your life. No, you fire at them and then go get you a lawyer. See, can you get off? You feel me? That's just how I feel.
As well as the security camera footage capturing the moment of Lakivia's death, it also caught her pulling out a gun of her own and shooting into the air before shooting at Imani and Joshua. The two murder suspects reacted by trying to run and then pulling out their own weapon to fire back at Lakivia, and while Lakivia's bullets had missed, the returning fire didn't. The lawyers of the defendants argued that they were justified in their shooting, as Lakivia shot first, and they were merely protecting themselves. Judge Kimberly E. Esmond Adams of the Fulton County Superior Court was in agreement, and the case was thrown out. It was a controversial outcome to the case.
Bro, Atlanta is known for losing cases, bro. I just reacted to Yak Gotti. He beat a murder. Then these folks just... Thug finna beat his murder. Lucci got 3 years for murder. Like, Atlanta, bro, they need to do better with this, bro, for real. Or just don't charge folks. Just don't charge them. Like, man.
Legally fair one. Of course, nothing would ever bring Lakivia back. No amount of justice or punishment. She was gone, leaving behind her family and friends, and not least of all a son who desperately needed her more than anyone else in the world. Her death was senseless, and over something ridiculously simple and petty. Her mother summed up the grief the best.
As for Lakivia's mom, pain and grief now fills the void left behind by her daughter's senseless death.
Call me just to hear my voice. I'm gonna miss that.
Of course, with blame on both sides, this case is not as clear-cut as people initially thought it would be. So now it's over to you. What did you think of this tragic story? Who do you think shot and killed Lakivia? Was it simply a disagreement over the bowling ball, or was there more to it than meets the eye? Also, how do you feel about the charges being dropped? Be sure to leave your thoughts and opinions in the comments section down below. Please give this video a like and a subscribe. And as always, thanks for...
Man, that was crazy right there, gang. I ain't even kept with y'all, bro. Like, I did not know that girl basically shot a gun first, bro. That was my first time ever hearing that. And I had, you know what I'm saying, I heard about Young Thug's, one of his baby mama getting shot at a bowling alley, you feel me? But even back then, bro, I kind of felt like it wasn't over a bowling ball. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna tell y'all what I think happened. You feel what I'm saying? And I ain't putting nothing on nobody, bro. This is just my opinion. This is what I think. Now, y'all can get in the comments and correct me all y'all want to, you feel me? Honestly, I like when y'all do that. Let me know what's going on in Atlanta, you feel me? But anyway, I feel like this is what happened, right? It started out as an argument over the bowling ball. I'm not gonna count, bro. But you gotta know, Miss Lakivia probably felt like, hey, I'm Young Thug, baby mama. Like, who do you think you are? You know what I mean? Not saying she said it. I'm saying, like, how she may have felt. Because you got to know, like, Young Thug is a big deal in Atlanta. I believe it's Future, Thug, you know what I'm saying? You got Lil Baby, you got Rollo, you got T.I., 2 Chainz. It's a couple of names in Atlanta that are big deals in Atlanta. So I feel like she felt like, okay, Thug is my baby daddy, bro. You ain't finna talk to me like that. Not saying she said it. I'm not saying she said it. Now, what I do think happened is old boy and old girl, Joshua and the other girl, I mean Joshua Fleetwood and the girl, right? Because honestly, this is not my first time hearing Joshua Fleetwood's name in the whole YFN, YSL, If Gang and YSL beef. Like, I've heard his name before. You feel what I'm saying? But it wasn't Joshua. It was like his brother may have went and shot somebody or something like that. So let's just go ahead and note that the Fleetwood brothers, they part of If 9 Deuce or YFN or whatever. Like, they over there with Lucci and them. I'm gonna say that. We know that for a fact. So this is what I feel like happened, right? After they got to arguing over the bowling ball, Joshua and his old lady, they walked out, bro. They probably told somebody, or somebody may have told them, hey, you know that Thug baby mama, bro. So they like, that Thug baby mama, bro? They like, yeah. So they got on the phone, right? Because y'all know OG Nut had just passed away. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know 9 Deuce was sliding for 92 days, 92 nights. They painted the shit red. You feel what I'm saying? Like, that's a known fact. But Joshua probably got on the phone. Him and old girl got on the phone. Hey, Young Thug baby mama up in here. I don't know who they talked to. You know what I'm saying? I heard Yfn Lucci called the hit. I don't know that to be true. I don't know. That's just what I heard. But they talked to somebody, and somebody probably said, rough her up, whoop her up. I don't think they said kill her. They probably said rough her up, whoop her up. You know what I'm saying? So they waited on her. And I don't believe Joshua was going to do nothing to her, bro. I believe that old girl was probably going to get up on her, whoop her or something. I don't know. Maybe she was going to kill her. I don't know. But I think as they were walking up, Thug baby mama probably did fear for her life. So she pulled her pistol. She shot a warning shot. And that's what she messed up at, bro. When she shot the warning shot, they probably kept coming. But when she shot the warning shot, that let them know, oh, she got a strap. So get what they doing. They pulling their straps. So a shootout began, bro. And she just got hit. That's what happened, dog. You know what I'm saying? Now, my advice to anybody who own a firearm or who gonna pull their firearm, what you shooting at God for? God ain't did nothing to you. Nah, if you feel like somebody is basically about to take your life, you shoot at them. And then you try your hardest to prove it in court that you felt like your life was threatened. Like, anybody, man, I know Brian Steele could have whooped that case. All you had to do was say they waited on her for 20 minutes. They're known gangbangers. They're known violent people. They waited on her for 20 minutes. They were walking up to her. She pulled her gun and she shot because she feared for her life. Case dismissed. Self-defense. But the fact that she shot in the air, she shot at them, they shot back, it worked in their favor. You feel me? That's crazy. I never knew that. But anyway, gang, y'all let me know y'all opinion on this in the comment section down below. And don't forget to like the video, subscribe to that channel, gang. I think we at 400 subs, man. So shout out to y'all for the 400, man. You know what I'm saying? We need to get 500, man. You feel me? My goal is to have this channel monetized by the top of the year, man. And we on the right track to do that, man. But hey, we need 500 subs, man. 500 by tomorrow, man. You feel what I'm saying? 600, we on the way, man. I love y'all. I go by done. See y'all in a minute. Let's get it.